One, 3, 2, 1, go. That's what you get here. And I'm going. Um, we're in the Protevangelion. It is in the lost books of the Bible. Um, Most of you probably have never heard of this, and what it will be is the conception of Mary, how she came about through her mother Anna and her father Joachim. Joachim was a very wealthy man in Israel, and so it is. Let's read and let this speak for itself. Um, I catch a little flack for doing this, but the thing of it is necessary. There's nothing hidden. Nothing should be hidden. This is an advanced Bible study that I'm doing, and we can handle it. I have faith in people. They can handle this thing. So what's going on here is like so many times in the Bible, like Abraham and Sarah, um, Joachim and Anna are barren. They cannot produce offspring. They haven't so far, and Anna is grieving. Um, Joachim has left and pitched a tent out in the woods, and feels like he's been cursed somehow because it's a big deal. It was a big deal back then to not be able to have a progeny um, come forth from you and your wife. Well, let's see how they proceed. We're in chapter 3 of this book, and again I move past and skip the Gospel of Mary on purpose because the Protevangelion, this book is basically a just another gospel, another take or side view or however you want to look at it of the same story, kind of like the Gospels backing one another up, and that's what this is doing. So, um, chapter 3 in the Protevangelion. You can look at the spelling of it um, in the title on this video. Enough of me talking. Enough of me speaking. Angels foretell Mary's birth. That's where we're heading. And yeah, it would make sense that God he predicted Samson's birth. He predicted uh, to Abraham Isaac's birth, and so on and so forth. Many times God sends messengers. The definition of angel is only messenger. It's not some little baby with little wings flying around like many would have you believe. That's not how that works. I suppose it could work that way, but most of the time it's just a person or someone who is being obedient, or so it appears. Sometimes you'll see Gabriel and different ones, higher ranking angels, but a lot of times it's just a person like you or like me who is of the Father, who is obedient and delivers a message or a fulfills a destiny that they are meant to do. That's why the definition of angel is messenger. All right. And as she was looking towards heaven, she perceived a sparrow's nest in laurel. And mourning within herself, she said, "Woe is me! Who begat me?" Question. "And what womb did bear me, that I should be thus accursed before the children of Israel, that they should reproach and deride me in the temple of my God? Woe is me! To what can I be compared?" I am not comparable to the very beasts of the earth, for even the beasts of the earth are fruitful before thee, O Lord. Woe is me! To what can I be compared? For I am not comparable to the brute animals, for even the brute animals are fruitful before thee, O Lord. Woe is me! To what am I comparable? I cannot be compared to these waters, for even the waters are fruitful before thee, O Lord. Woe is me! To what can I be compared? I am not comparable to the waves of the sea, for these, whether they are calm or in motion, with the fishes which are in them, praise thee, O Lord. Woe is me! To what can I be compared? I am not comparable to the very earth, for the earth produces its fruits and praises thee, O Lord. I'm going to go into chapter 4 here, if by some chance you're following me. Um, then, so this is Anna grieving hard and groaning to God to hear her, um, and he does. So then, then an angel of the Lord stood by her and said, Anna, Anna, the Lord hath heard thy prayer. Thou shalt conceive and bring forth, and thy progeny shall be spoken of in all the world. And Mary is, there are denominations that pray through Mary still. I don't agree with that. And as you go on this book, you're probably going to wonder why that is the case as well. So let me let the book speak for itself. So the angel shows up. She's praying hard, groaning to God. He sends an angel, and the angel says that she is going to have a child. That Anna is going to have a child. Um, and she shall be spoken of in all the world. The angel does not say if it is a male or if it's going to be a female. Verse 2 in chapter 4. And Anna answered, As the Lord my God liveth, whatever I bring forth, whether it be male or female, I will devote it to the Lord my God, and it shall minister to him in holy things during its whole life. And behold, there appeared two angels, saying unto her, Behold, Joachim, thy husband, Joachim, however you want to say it, it doesn't matter. Don't let words like that mess you up. If you're worried about uh, trivial things like that, then you're missing the point of this. The point is that two angels are showing up and they're telling these people that they're going to have a child that is going to affect the entire earth. Okay? Male and a female is going to bring forth a child naturally, the way that it is, and the way that it will always be as this earth, as this world turns. So she says that she's going to devote the child, whatever, if it's a male or a female, she's going to devote it its whole life and it will serve God. There have been many things like that done, even today, even to this day. Look at Tim Tebow's story. He's affecting the whole world. God's elect has always been here, and they will be here until the end. They're not going anywhere. You understand? It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Verse 3. And behold, there appeared two angels, saying unto her, Behold, Joachim, thy husband, is coming with his shepherds. For an angel of the Lord hath also come down to him. God does his work on both ends, and said, this angel said, The Lord God hath heard thy prayer, Joachim. Make haste and go hence, for behold, Anna thy wife shall conceive. And Joachim went down and called his shepherds, saying, Bring me hither 10 she lambs, 10 female lambs, without spot or blemish, and they shall be for the Lord my God. And bring me 12 calves without blemish. And the 12 calves shall be for the priests and the elders. Verse 7, bring me also 100 goats, and the 100 goats shall be for the whole people. Okay, so I want you to notice here that he's only bringing 10 lambs, but he's bringing 100 goats, because the sheep and the lambs are worth more to God than the goats. And Christ will witness and testify to that as we go forward. Goats are cheap. They're kind of, anyhow. Let me move forward. So, verse 8, and Joachim went down with the shepherds, and Anna, his wife, stood by the gate and saw Joachim coming with the shepherds. And she ran, and hanging about his neck, she wrapped her arms around his neck, said, now I know that the Lord hath greatly blessed me. For behold, I who was a widow am no longer a widow, and I who was barren shall conceive. So she knows that God has spoken to her through angels, and he has also spoken to her husband, because he was already coming down the hill with the shepherds, and this thing has already been set into motion. Let's see chapter 5. It's very short. So Joachim, Christ has not came yet, so they're still doing blood sacrifices. What's happening in Jerusalem right now is an abomination to God. Why? Well, because when they sacrifice these red heifers, the temple, number one, Christ is the temple. And these red heifers that they're about to sacrifice cannot take the place of God's only begotten Son. That is what he is bringing about with all of this that is happening right here. God himself repented in Genesis. This makes a lot of Christians uncomfortable. By God's own standard, there has to be a price paid. If you repent, then you're repenting for something you feel bad about. Dare I call it sin? I don't want to. But I'm trying to explain this plan of salvation, why he had to deliver his Son up in the way that he did. Why he had to allow Christ to come and accomplish what he did. We're bringing Christ about right now. Satan has tried many times at this point to stop this birth from happening, and he's not going to do it. He didn't do it. He did not accomplish it. It was finished a long time ago. This is all just playing itself out in this generation in 2022. Do I go forward? I'm almost 15 minutes in here. Can you guys handle 5 more minutes? Chapter 5, we're moving forward here quickly. And Joachim abode the first day in his house, but on the morrow he brought of his offerings and said, if the Lord be propitious, I don't know, to me, if the Lord approves of me, let me put it that way, if the Lord approves of me, let the plate which is on the priest's forehead make it manifest. At that time, the priest wore like a tiara or a little crown of some sorts, and it would, how do I say this? It was kind of fortune telling. If keep it like it is, it was necessary at that time. Christ had not came yet. Okay, things were different. A lot of these old traditions were done away with when Christ came. There's no reason for them. You just go right to the throne, not through a tiara on some priest's head. Okay, not any crown or anything like that, or plate on a priest's head. That was not necessary after Christ. Just like the red heifers. Okay, stay with me. So he's looking for approval from God through this tradition, this Hebrew tradition, this Jewish tradition. he said, let it manifest to us Tierra. Verse 3, and he consulted the plate which the priest wore, somewhat fortune telling, I guess, if you want to call it that, sure, and saw it, and behold, sin was not found in him. Sin was not found in Joachim. And Joachim said, now I know that the Lord approves of me, and hath taken away all my sins. And he went down from the temple of the Lord justified, and he went to his own house. And when 9 months were fulfilled to Anna, she brought forth, and said to the midwife, what have I brought forth? Question. And the midwife told her, a girl. Then Anna said, the Lord hath this day magnified my soul. And she laid her in bed. She laid the baby in bed. And when the days of her purification were accomplished, she gave suck to the child and called her name Mary. All right, 16 minutes in here. Moving right along. We're about ready to go into chapter 6 of this book. This book, the Protevangelion. And Mary has been born. Mary, the mother of Christ, has been born. And God is leading this thing along and protecting it and bringing it forward as he so pleases. What is he working? What is the point of all this? He is working towards the centerpiece of the Bible, and it is not Mary. Mary was a great woman. Obviously, God loved her very much, but he loves his son, who is going to come through this woman. Christ is the centerpiece of the Bible. Never forget that. Out of all these books that we read, Christ is the centerpiece. That is God. The apple of God's eye is his boy, his son, his only begotten son, Jesus the Christ, the living word. And the word became flesh and dwelt amongst us. And that would be Christ, the Messiah. All right, let's see if I can get out of here, and we'll do some more later on. That's enough for one night. And thank you guys for tuning in. Prayers for all of you, prayers for me, prayers for forgiveness, for healing. God knows all of our needs, for your spirit groans and utters things which the mouth cannot. And God hears that. He picks up that vibration, that frequency that you're putting off, whether it's negative, positive, somewhere in between. He knows what you need. He loves all of his children. He loves you very much. And it makes his day whenever you study and stay with his word. It makes my day teaching it. So let's end this stream. We'll be back at it in tomorrow or the next day. Thank you.